There's not really a lot to say that hasn't been said probably over the last 2 to 3 weeks. Like we talked about in the last video on Tuesday, the head and shoulder pattern that we have here. You can see that we're coming into the 200-day simple moving average yesterday, and then today we're actually cutting below. And I'm noticing here on the very low time frames that today's decline is actually accelerating a little bit. So it does put us on the path to the neckline, which comes in at spot 6160. The actual measured move of the head and shoulders pattern is 82%, which would take us quite a ways down. I think it would take us down to I had it noted here. I can't find it now. Spot 02. So that seems a little bit unrealistic at this point. I think what's a more possible objective for a breakdown of the head and shoulders pattern is to look at the January 29th high here at spot 100. I think that's where we could hit, and that would be a 40% move from the neckline, which would work out to be about 43% from the current price. On the upside, if we get a close above spot 210 on a daily basis, that would suggest that we've made the turn, at least on the short-term basis. It would break this demanding descending trend line from starting in May and put us on the path towards testing the 50-day simple moving average, which comes in at spot 276, representing about a 32% move from spot 210. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Other than that, just to mention, one of the things of interest is that we are getting extreme oversold condition on the 12-hour chart, which actually is a relatively rare event. You can see, obviously, we had it back on June 22nd, and we had what was it, about a 90% bounce off that. And then you have to go back to March of last year to see a similar reason. We know what happened after that. And then going back to the start of 2019. So really, it's a rare event. It's the third time it's happened since the beginning of 2019. So it's something to keep in mind as we are testing the 200-day simple moving average right now and nearing the neckline of the head and shoulders pattern.
Yeah. Dogecoin doesn't look good for the bulls, at all. That basically made, as you call it, right, the May trend line or descending trend line has been able to just reject all the upward price action that we had, right? And the last time we talked about this coin, right, what we basically said is that we were looking at that kind of like May 19 low of 19.5, right, which breaking below it, right, will eventually lead to a downswing to either the 200-day moving average, right, or the low of June 22nd, which currently sits at 15 cents. From an RSI perspective, like I agree with you that the 12-hour RSI looks a little bit oversold. Also kind of like getting a buy signal, kind of like an aggressive 13, which is indication of oversold conditions that might potentially see it rise. But right now, the only way I could lean a little bit bullish on this is we actually get like a reversal candlestick doji in here or something, a reversal doji. We need to close and regain 19.5 as support and potentially close above 22 to be able to target like 28 or 30 cents. But if we have a daily close below the 200-day simple moving average, right, which currently sits at 17 cents, 178, then we're gonna target 15 cents, potentially 13 cents, and then eventually something like a 0.086. But so this is like crucial time for Dogecoin as well. it must hold above this support level right here given by the 200-day moving average in order to be able to rebound. But if it fails to hold above here, then we could potentially have another downswing to 15 cents. If that doesn't hold, then 13 cents, or eventually basically 8 cents. That's my take on it. Um, I don't know if you, Akash, agree with this or have anything else to say. If you're speaking, I believe you're muted. Can you guys hear me? I cannot hear you guys. Yeah. Hello, 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 hello.
Sheldon, do you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. I can hear you guys now. Sorry about that. It's like my headphones went off and now I'm back. But yeah, Akash, do you have anything different to share about Dogecoin?
Yeah, so like Sheldon, like you mentioned, right? Elon might put out a bullish tweet, or might not, I'm not sure. But either way, I think Elon's sway over the crypto markets has kind of waned over the past few days. So
Yeah, I
I
would
doubt
agree.
I doubt that'll
I
make a
was
big
more
difference.
saying it anecdotally, like, just as a, to say if he's watching the charts, it's at the 200-day, come in and say something positive about the meme coin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
So
I'll be.
anyways, so what I'm looking at is kind of similar to what Sheldon and Ali have. I think we discussed this last week. Uh, it's almost coming down here. We didn't so all the buy signals have actually not validated have been validated. Like if you can see here, buy signal we dropped, buy signal dropped, buy signal kept dropping, buy signal we're dropping again. So this is a really important level, which is the 16 cents. If we break this, like I mentioned the last time, we're probably going to come down to this the upper limit of the demand zone sections from 0.04 to 0.08, right? So I expect before that, I expect a little bit of consolidation happening here before it falls, and then a massive consolidation in this area again because price congestion. So this is what I'm looking at from the head and shoulder perspective. This predicts a 78% decline, which brings it to 0.03. So yeah, Dogecoin looks really bad,
Yeah.
kind of like LTC.
Everybody got excited about Dogecoin, man. This is what happens when people just jump in into whatever is pumping, and just get wrecked. Uh,
Hey, don't complain because I think I made a lot of money with Dogecoin.
oh, you actually made a lot of money with Dogecoin?
Yeah, it was the first bet that paid off for me. I bought it over here in Jan, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think it was somewhere. Yeah, I think it was right before this pump, so somewhere in this region. I bought Dogecoin. The next morning I wake up and like my portfolio is green.
Man, good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
Because I was always scared of buying into the hype, but I guess I missed out. But